Dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, today we celebrate the feast of Saint Veronica Giuliani, a Capuchin poor-class nun. She is a patron saint for the photographers and laundry workers. Once Pope Pius IX said, Veronica Giuliani was not merely a saint but a great saint. She was a saint for all time, a penitent like Saint Rose of Lima who suffered for the redemption of sinners, a mystic like Saint Margaret Mary, a visionary like Saint Teresa of Avila, and stigmatist like Saint Francis of Assisi. On this day, the liturgy of the Word invites us to reflect on the condition for true discipleship. As Jesus foretells his death and future glory for the first time, he also lays certain conditions to his 12 disciples and those who genuinely aspire to follow him. He places the symbol of cross as a condition for true discipleship. He makes it a divine necessity. As natural man, most of us rebel at the idea of cross. A natural man wants another way other than the cross. This is what Peter was doing. Natural men are much comfortable in following human schemes than God's ways. Human schemes of power, fame, and sensation are very much sought after by men, while the picture of cross and suffering become quite unnatural. But Jesus placed this idea of men upside down. It demands sacrifice and denial from his followers. That's why he says, if anyone would come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. I feel that Jesus demands a total commitment on our part as his followers. He gives 4 steps that are involved in total commitment. Firstly, I must will to follow Christ. Here, a deliberate willing, a deliberate choice, a determination to follow Christ is needed. If I really will and deliberately choose to follow Christ, then I must do the 3 things mentioned by Jesus. I must deny myself. It means I must say no. The call is not to say no to some behavior or things, but to the self. It means that I act positively to say yes to Christ and no to myself. I must take up the cross. It does not merely mean bearing one's particular hardship in life, but it is always an instrument of death. A Christian must put his will, his desires, his wants, his ambitions to death. And I must follow Christ. It means I must be a companion or a disciple of Christ. Here I make an active commitment to him and walk on his path. It means going after Christ with zeal and energy, struggling and seeking to follow his footsteps no matter the cost. So my dear friends, in our journey of being a true disciple of the Lord, let's boldly say the same words of Saint Paul in his letter to Philippians, chapter 4, verse 13. I can do all things through him who strengthens and empowers me. And let's totally commit ourselves to follow the Lord with a deliberate choice and determination, so that our total commitment to the Lord would result in reception of his promise of his kingdom power in full. Amen.